Hey guys, this is GameZone. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I will be sharing some tips for you guys that will be helpful to new players, casual, return, or even current players. So without any further ado, let's get into this. The first tip, when you come here for doing raids, make sure that you still do them with 8-player party, because when you do that, you will get two heavy austral quest, and what they will drop is demonic realms and maybe a legendary drop. And if you do that solo or with the 4-player party or even less, then you will not get those chests unless you are at least 4. So always make sure that you play them with 8-player party so that you can actually obtain more demonic remain, and this way it will be easier for you to upgrade your reliquary. The second tip, you now have the option to select your own room in Warband, and in order to do so you have to go in Warband, click on the room management, click on yourself, and then this arrow, and what will happen is it will give you roles so that you can select from these. The best one are the one that actually give you 3.5% damage, critical hit chance increase, or mobility 5% movement speed, but you will have many options to select from. So always make sure that you have your own choice of room selected in the warband. The third tip, select the best ancestral weapon that is available in your ancestor tableau, which is, you click here on the line ancestral property and come down here, and this way it will allow you to select these ancestral weapon property. And the best one right now out there in Diablo Immortal is damage increased by 15% for 6 seconds. Also, if you guys have 2 pieces of Vito's Urge, it will also increase the duration of this ancestral property to 8 seconds. So make sure if you have this in ancestor tableau, then make sure to select this one because it is the best. The fourth tip, don't use this Cryptic Crystal to upgrade your set items that are below rank 10, because it will help you in future to skip some of the highest channel rifts that are above 200 levels. So right now you are actually getting these from the services, a new prodigy path, so you can actually save them and don't use them to upgrade the lower rank set item gear pieces. And how you do that, you come here to the chassis, click on the service, go to the upgrade and click here, then turn off this option that says automatically use lower tier and higher tier salvage materials for upgrading. So turn that off, and keep in mind you only have to worry about upgrading the set items pieces, not the legendary gear pieces. The material that you will be getting for them are something you can actually use. You don't have to worry about that, but the only thing that you should worry about is saving those cryptic material for upgrading only higher set uh, gear pieces that are above rank 10. The fifth tip, always do your 35 weekly Elder Rifts so that you can get 280 fading embers, and on top of that, if you guys have some rare quests or legendary quests, always burn them so that you can actually get some extra fading ember. And with this you can actually get yourself some of the Fahd which you can use to craft yourself eternal legendary crest. And in order to craft a legendary crest, you have to come down here, click on the service, go to the craft, and when you have enough Fahd that you actually get by playing Elder Rifts, the fading embers, the way I actually just showed you, then you can craft yourself a free eternal legendary crest which you can also trade in the market to gain some platinum. So always do that. Don't miss this opportunity if you are free to play or casual spender. The sixth tip, always do your bounties, because the bounties now also have a chance of giving you legendary items, and on top of that you actually get a good chunk of XP, coins and material. And while doing these bounties, make sure that you at least do your one bestiary, because bestiary also have 100% chance of dropping a legendary on its first completion. The seventh tip, if you are under combat rating and still want to upgrade, or if you are a newcomer or still trying to catch up to the server, then ask for help, that if somebody could help you with these challenge rifts so you can actually get boosted and get these cryptic crystals so that you can actually upgrade. But make sure below 199 the one you are going to get is enigmatic crystal, so use these for the set items that are below rank 10, and use the cryptic crystal for the set items that are above rank 11. The eighth tip, Ibn Fahd Sanctum. If you only open the first room, then it is actually more efficient because they take less keys and give you a bit more material. So doing this every single day is much more efficient. So make sure that you always complete the first room if you can. The ninth tip, always play in a party so you can actually get 12 of daily unbounded normal gems so that you can actually trade them in the market to gain some platinum for yourself, and with that you might be able to get a legendary gem of your liking. Also, if you're playing in dungeon, the chances of dropping these gems are slightly less compared to open zone. If you party up in open zone, these gems often drop a lot quicker. The 10th tip, always complete your daily activity because it will give you 1 charm and 300 platinum for free every single day. And on top of that, play 3 of your dungeon at least as well, because it will also give you 1 set item 100% guarantee. The 11th tip, if you're casual or who don't have much time or just want to play in a much more efficient way to get yourself material, XP, wisp, set items and legendary or normal gems, play Temple of Namari, because in a single run you can actually get 50 to 60 scraps, and also on top of that you will be able to get at least 1 to 4 yellow material as well, and the chances of dropping set items are fairly average, but it is there. But overall this is one of the best dungeon right now after the patch, because it gives you a lot of material. The 12th tip, if you guys are shadow and go into the vault and complete first 3 floors and decide to go to the 4th one and somehow lose to immortals, then you don't have to worry about your progress that you actually have made on the previous 3, because you are not going to lose those rewards even if you get a legendary on floor 1, 2 or 3. So always make sure that you go inside the 4th floor and wait for the immortal, or whatever strategy that you actually want to follow. Do that, but do not open the chest before encountering those immortal and defeat them, because if you get defeated after opening those chests, you will going to lose the counter here as well, the chest counter, the hills and the other rewards. So first encounter the the immortals in 4th floor, defeat them, then start reaping those rewards from the chest and every place else. The 13th tip, being a shadow, it is really important to do Path of Blood, because when you complete these floors, these are actually a really good way to give you these marks that can actually allow you to upgrade yourself and get a really good damage buff. So always try your best to complete the highest that is possible with your combat rating, so that you can actually obtain a lot of damage output. The 14th tip, this is actually for the new players, and if you do not know about Zamina the Essence Transfer, well, whenever you get a new legendary drop like this, the orange color, and it's not an upgrade, so don't deconstruct that. I mean, don't salvage that. Always come here to the Zamina first and make sure that you actually have that in the catalog, because if you do, then you can actually switch the essence, or you can say the property of that anytime. And what it will help you with is to try out different builds that you actually really like for your play style. So always make sure that you always extract the new legendary gear piece in your catalog in the Essence Transfer Zamina. So it will help you with it will help you trying out different playstyle and builds. The 15th tip, Hilts Trader. When you come down to him, there are only few things that are worth buying. The legendary Crest, which is monthly, then the Lyric Pearl if you actually want to craft a 5-star legendary gem. There are many ways to get them, one of which is the Hilts Trader, that he gives this every single week. We have to purchase this for 800 platinum, and the other ways are through events that always are happening. Then rare quests. Rare quests have a chance of dropping 1-star gem in Elder Rifts. So this is actually a good way to get yourself some 1-star legendary gems, or it will also give you some material which you can actually use in the Apprentice Jeweler to craft yourself a 2-star gem. So this is another good thing that you can actually get from the Hilts Trader. Then aspirant keys. It is really vital that you always get them every single day, so it will actually boost your progress in order to upgrade Horadrum. If you do not know about the Horadrum, then let me quickly show it to you guys. Legacy of the Horadrum. These are the free-to-play, you can say, buffs that you can actually get from the Sanctum, Ibn Fahd's Sanctum. So always get these 5 keys from the Hilts Trader. And then there are charms. If you are into charms, then you should buy them, but if you are not, you can actually just ignore them. Then limited time offers have some normal gems that you can purchase or rare quests. So always look out for that. The 16th tip, if you are a shadow and you do not know about this assembly, make sure that you always attend this assembly, because it will also give you 12 aspirant keys, experience, marks that can actually boost your damage as well. When you reach a certain threshold, then you will be upgraded to the next stage, and that will give you damage boost and health. So always attend assembly if you are shadow, and you also have a chance of getting a legendary here, so don't miss this. And if you're new, then yeah, you should always do this. The 17th tip, this one is for newcomers. If you do not know about Fabled Wisp, this is something you actually get by salvaging set items that you actually find by playing dungeon. So do not destroy your set items by clicking on them and then just destroy like this. Don't do that. come to the blacksmith, then salvage it, and it will give you these Fabled Wisp, and each hell difficulty has its own Fabled Wisp. So if you progress into the higher hell difficulty, then these old Fabled Wisps can also be transferred or converted, you can say, into the higher difficulty Fabled Wisps. And in order to do that, you have to come here to this guy, click on the shop, then click on the Fabled Wisp, and if you will have enough Fabled Wisp from previous health difficulty, then you will be able to convert those into the higher health difficulty. So it actually gives you some boost and save you some time in order to craft the set items. And when I say set items, you can actually craft them by jersey here. You will have the entire catalog here to craft the item that you are actually looking for, and for that you actually need wisp of that difficulty that you are playing on. So always salvage your set items. If you do not want them, don't destroy them. The 18th tip: if you're a free to play guy or a mid spender who is going to spend a very little, then focus on the gems that are actually going to give you damage multiplier, like attack speed or increased damage, like Fervent Fang, Bloody Reach, Portal Hope, Berserker Eye, Bloodsoaked Jade. These sort of legendary gems are going to be a really good friend to you because these are damage multiplier, and even with less resonance and less upgrades, they will still be making you stronger and your damage output will be a lot stronger. So you do not need gems such like that are actually just showing you some special effects, but actually in reality they are compromising your damage output as a free to play. So if you're a free to play guy, always make sure that you have a damage multiplier gems, because you will feel much stronger in PvE. And when it comes down to PvP, it's always about the resonance mostly, but the gems too. But in this video I do not want to get into that. So yeah, that is something which we will do in another video. Tip number 19, which I almost forgot about: always make sure that you do your raids with at least 4 players that are from your warband, because when you do that, it will give you access to this shop and you can be able to purchase eternal legendary crest with 1600 platinum, and also another one which is going to be a legendary crest that is also going to cost 1600. The first one that you will do with the warband party is the eternal one, which means you can sell that on the market. The second one is going to be a bound one, so you won't be able to sell that, but it's still a good one. Tip number 20, warband activity point, which allow you to upgrade your ancestral tableau, and it is really helpful to increase your combat rating. So always get these warband activity points by playing warband activities and upgrade your ancestor tableau so you can get a lot of combat rating. And how you can do that, the simple way is to do your raids every single week, and they will give you a lot of warband activity points. Each boss is going to give you 80, and you can get 800 every single week by just doing these warband raid activities. So do them and you will have a lot of ancestral tableau upgrades. And if you want some more points, you can do the purge within the castle surrender or defender of the surrender endless mode, so they can provide you with some extra points as well. So do check them out. Those are actually a really good activities as well, which you can do every single week, maybe 1 or 2 times per week. And that pretty much cover up most of the stuff, and if I missed anything or if you have any question, please do let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you. And I hope these tips help you in some way, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care, have fun and happy gaming. Bye guys.